Good morning. It is December 3rd. I've had these blades on here for about a year. Maybe it was early spring. I don't know. I forget exactly. But these are the 750 millimeter blades. It's a 6-blade set. And you know, they do alright. But they really just don't seem to catch the wind like the big 3-blade set I used to have on there. So I went through and rebalanced that set and repainted it a nice slick matte black. So I'm gonna start stacking up the scaffolding because my pole is absolutely perfectly plumb and I don't really want to lower it just to put it back up and then have to plumb it all off again, because that's kind of a pain in the butt with the 2 sets of cables, you know, getting it perfect, because when it's plumb on the bottom, it doesn't necessarily mean it's plumb up there. I almost got to stack up the scaffolding anyways. That's when I level the turbine, I actually like to set my level right on the mounting flange and make sure, because you know, in 25 feet these poles can bend a little bit, so you know, plumbing at the bottom doesn't necessarily mean I'm perfect up there, but right now it's perfect, so I don't want to mess with it. It's easy enough for me to just stack up the scaffolding, climb up there, yank the blades off, and just do it safely without you know, messing with anything. So I'm gonna get to that and I'll check back in a bit. Okay, tower is up. Can't tell because of the frame rate of the camera. That blade set is actually twirling pretty good, so I'm gonna have to probably bring a shovel or something with me and I'll pull the tail fin out and point her that way, and that will immediately slow down the blades and make it safe for me to grab onto one. As soon as I got one, I'll be fine, and I can rip that set off and get the new set up there. So I'll check back in a bit. Alright, here I go. I don't want to carry the phone, so you're staying down there. I'm going up there. guys. You know, I did balance these really good. I know they're perfect. They're pretty close to perfect, but they're not very long, you know, and they're skinny, real skinny at the base all the way up to the tip. And if you want power, you need swept area on your blade. That's the amount of wind that hits the blade and generates torque. The more swept area, the more torque, the more watt output. And even though there's 6 of them, they're nice and light. They do accelerate real fast, and you know, they'll catch little breezes and stuff, but they don't have the momentum to keep on going between breeze after breeze. And my turbulent wind, they need that momentum, and the bigger blades have some weight to them. They're solid. They're a lot wider at the base, and they got that big scoop, which helps accelerate them. And they really whistle. So, all right, we'll go get the other ones. So here they are side by side, and if I take this guy, and I'll just place it there. You can, you know, it's not a huge size difference. These are 810 millimeters, those are 750, but you can see how much wider they are, how much more air they're going to catch. So we'll get them on, and since the wind is going, it's probably only 9 or 10 mile an hour wind, but we'll pretty much right away get a chance to see what's going on. Oh, here I go. wasn't watching the battery on the phone. That's actually kind of a bummer, because when I was up there and finally let go of that blade, a nice gust came along and it just took off. Actually kind of scared me a little bit, because it was quite close to where I was sitting. But there they are, spinning real nice, zero vibration, bottom of the pole, so means I did a good job on my balance. It's really not much for wind today. It's about, I don't know, maybe getting 8 to 10 mile an hour gusts, so it's speeding up to 20-30 watts for now. But the old set, the 6-blade set, the best the turbine ever did with the 6-blade set was about 327 watts, I want to say, which, you know, it's a 500 watt turbine. I've heavily optimized this thing with the tail and everything. Going through, I replaced the stator with a higher voltage stator, because it's kind of a long run to the house. I know this turbine is capable of over 500 watts, but my wind is extremely unproductive because I'm surrounded by obstructions. So when these blades used to be on this turbine, it saw over 500 watts, but there was a bit of wobble, and I just, I got a good deal on the 6-blade set, and I thought I'd give them a try. And I gave them, all summer and into the fall, and they saw plenty of wind, but they really just never did even close to as well as these ones did, unbalanced. Now that they're like perfectly, beautifully balanced and got a nice, clean, smooth paint job on them, so their air's gonna roll past them nice and easy. I have high hopes that, I might see rated power out of this one, in spite of the surrounding obstructions. Well, anyhow, thanks for watching. Whenever the wind picks up, I'll do a quick update by the meters, and we can see it making power. There's no point right now, because it's, just no point. It's probably making 50, I'll just tell you. Anyways, be safe out there. Quit living in fear. Quit worrying about this plague. Have faith. Faith over fear. Fear isn't going to get us anywhere. Live your lives.